Hey there, guys. This is Gary, and welcome to the Get Going Fast page. I'm going to click here, take just a second, make sure that we are actually live streaming here. Okay, it looks like we are. So that hey there, guys. Great. Okay, you could hear that in the background. So I'm excited to take us all into the next chapter of what we're going to be doing with Get Going Fast. Now, I'm particularly going to be speaking to you, those of you who are members, are always trying to bring some more value to you guys, because AI really is an excellent hobby, and it's fun to create stuff. It's excellent to learn how to get this stuff going on your machine, but it's also excellent to do something with it. Well, I'll tell you, when you sit down and there's that good feeling when you sit down and crack your head against trying to figure out how to get something to work, and you finally get it, and you're like, that's a good feeling. But I'll tell you what else is a good feeling is sitting there and actually putting your what do you call it, creative bits together and putting something together that's actually social media worthy, or something you can post up. And we are going to go focus on that, not just getting this stuff installed, but how can we use this practically. And with that in mind, drum roll, we are going to start up what I'm going to be calling our weekly flagship project. So this is a project where at the beginning of the week on Mondays, I am going to give you a couple of tools that we're going to focus on for that week, probably tools that I will be releasing the tutorials for during the week and the installers. But I'm going to encourage you guys as well to use whatever method you want to get these things installed. Okay, so like early in the week, you can start working on getting these things installed, getting them working. Okay, and by the end of the week, what we're going to do is we'll have put it together into some actual sort of project, which then you can submit to the Get Going Fast page, and I will choose what I think was the creme de la creme of the thing, and we'll actually present it the following week. So that means on Mondays, starting this is our first one here, so we ain't going to have a review, but starting next Monday, we'll actually be able to review what we did the previous week, stuff we talked about here on the Get Going Fast page, okay, and show the best of what was created, and then get the new flagship project out there that we can work on. Really give us a direction to move in. Now, here's the other exciting thing about this. I think you guys will like this. I'm going to be opening up 1 to 2 live question and answer times during the week. So that means you can know that on Wednesdays and on Fridays, okay? Definitely on Wednesdays, we'll see how she goes, but probably Wednesdays and Fridays, okay? We'll be able to have a time where you say, okay, I've been working on this during the week, and this is kind of what I'm bumping up against, okay? Because we all get those little steps. I want you guys to learn how to do this stuff and how it works. And so sometimes it's just like you just need that little correction. Okay, I remember being in an economics class years ago, and I was like, I know all this stuff, but it's just something wasn't making sense. And the teacher was gracious enough during the test, just said, well, that just gave me a little bump, and I was like, oh, right. And then it expands, and then of course you're able to do all your stuff. And that's kind of what we're hoping this Q and A will be. And that also gives you more access to me and being able to rifle through my cluttered mind and maybe glean something out of that that's going to help you along the way. Now, this is going to be for Farmhand members only, okay, the live question and answer, as well as the final product. What we'll be choosing is from those who are members. So if you are a member of Get Going Fast, okay, this is going to be something that's going to be able to, that you're going to be able to be part of. Okay, so prairie dogs and free members, of course, can be part of watching what's going on and taking part in that, but will not have access to the live questions and answer. I do want to point out we do have 2 other membership levels. We have Rancher and we have the Gunslinger. Usually the Gunslinger is set up for your setups. Like I can't get my system set up. I just need your personal attention to come in here, work with me one-on-one, teach me what's going on, get it set up, get some projects. That's available. And then we got a Rancher class, which is similar, but it's more not on a system setup level, but more on a advanced kind of, you get my attention for some personal tech support. So those, of course, will also have full ability to take part in this as well as and then of course get the installers at the end of the week, so you can really choose how you're going to do this. Are you going to want to do a Get Going Fast install, or are you going to want to punch through it, or both. Get the code and look at it and learn. And I think that's really what we're getting at here. Is I want to give you guys the opportunity to learn. So with that in mind, I'm going to have to get some nice screen changes and this and that, for the different segments of our Monday flagship review and all that. But for now, just pretend like that the screen suddenly went flash, flash, flash. And then I'm back here now with a cup of coffee and I'm saying, all right, well, let's look at last week what we did. And pretty much this week, we're just going to quickly just say we went over Kokoro. Okay, so Kokoro was our text-to-speech application, which really is excellent when it comes to streaming. The real strength of the Kokoro app is that you can throw in as much text as you want, and it batches it in such a way that you could literally sit there and stream for 20 or 30 minutes, and it will do fantastic voice generation on that incredible app. And then you can actually download it. Okay, and then we also talked about with Kokoro Plus, which was our CogniBuild Get Going Fast one. We added some features on there so you could upload your ebooks, hit that transcript button, and it's actually going to save it on your computer by chapters, and then you can come back at any time and do that. So that was kind of what we focused on last week, as well as I uploaded just some samples of some stuff. But this week, let's move on to this week. And now imagine again the screen, this week, okay, and then it comes back. I'm in a different position now, different cup of coffee. And what we're saying this week, what we're going to build into with our flagship projects is we're going to be looking at two. I'm going to give you a little heads up on what we're going to be looking at this week. First of all, we're going to be looking at a lip syncing software that's called Sonic. Now, Sonic is really excellent. We had gone ahead and let's see, where'd that page go? Here it is. Oh, no, I guess not. Okay, well, forget that. Sonic, I'll find that later for you. Sonic, we had before looked at this thing called Mimo Avatar. Okay, and Mimo Avatar is a fantastic lip syncing software that I really, speaking of, it's awesome. Okay, but here's the thing: Sonic might actually be a little bit better. I've been playing with both of them. We're going to be looking at Sonic here to kind of see what it does, but it really is good. So we're going to look at this week. I'm going to be having an installation tutorial, a step-by-step installation tutorial. The quick Get Going Fast installer will be available here within the next day or so. And we're going to use this software in our flagship project, which we're going to get to here in just a moment. We're going to use this. We're going to use Kokoro as well. Now, second project that we're going to be looking at is something called Mobius. Now, this doesn't necessarily tie into our flagship project, but it can. Okay, so Mobius is a cool little app that actually will create images or videos in an endless loop sort of thing. So if you've ever tried to make an endless GIF, sometimes it's difficult because you're cutting off. You have to cut off at a certain point and make it look smooth. And it always seems when I try to do that, there's like at least a little bit of a glitch. This application is actually going to do that for you, which is very cool. Here is the actual app here. I've got some examples of stuff that I've made. Okay, and you see, look at it, does the buildings great. It's just repeating. There's no glitch that you can't tell that this has been stitched together. Okay, not the greatest quality in the world with some of the stuff here, but still the endless loop thing being really what's cool. And even look at this. Oh, that is a romantic kiss. Okay, now you perverts out there, don't I've already tested it for you. Does not safe for work stuff, but obviously does stuff like this. So we're going to be looking at these apps this week. These are tutorials that are going to be coming out on the YouTube page. So we're going to walk through how to install these, how to use these, and we are going to be using them in our upcoming what do you call it? Our upcoming project that we're going to work on, which we will talk about just now. Okay, so Imagine again, screen changing and go choo, 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 choo. And all of a sudden here we are talking about our flagship project. Okay, so here is the flagship project of the week. We are going to take Kokoro. Okay, we are going to go ahead and take Sonic. Okay, we're going to get these installed. Okay, we're going to use something like CapCut, or we're going to use Clipchamp or something like this. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and make a social media post. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I've been using these for. And oh, here, Game Stepper just stepped in. Excited to see you. Hey, Game Stepper, awesome to see you. Yeah, Flux is, he's saying on here, have you heard about Flux? Yes, we have heard about Flux. Flux changed the game last year, and we're actually going to use that with our project as well. Or you can use whatever you want, but with this flagship project we're going to be generating our own image. Okay, probably using Flux is typically what I use. We're going to be using Kokoro text-to-speech, okay, or whatever text-to-speech you want. These are the ones that I'm going to put together for the project, okay? We're going to be using Sonic, Lip Sync, and then we'll use something like Clipchamp or MailChimp to put this all together. So let's look at a couple examples, some stuff that I've made that we're going to look at here. So let's go over here. Here's this is the kind of example of the stuff we're going to be putting on here. Let's see if I can make this a little bit more seeable for you. Okay, let's just click play.
Straight to the point. Not that this movie's message is bad or incorrect, simply that it's a worldview that's been played out. It's an idea that doesn't exist any longer.
Okay, so you can see like what we did here is, I'll just mute this and let this play. You can see I went ahead, got some stuff down from some video down from the internet, downloaded that, went ahead, used Flux to create this image over here, and then text-to-speech to make the voice. I had to write my own text-to-voice to make the speech. Then we used Sonic to put it in here and make him move like that. Okay, then lastly we threw it into Clipchamp, or I think Clipchamp, is that what I think called Clipchamp, or CapCut, whichever you want. Those are the easiest ones, and was able to make something like this. Let's look at another one over here. This is same thing. This is using Flux to create this pretty gal. Okay, so she's just a still image that we threw in there, grabbed some stuff off the internet, did the same things. Let's see how it turned out.
I started as simple code, but today it's transforming everything. ChatGPT writes essays, AI beats chess champions, and self-driving cars navigate Mars. These are narrow AIs, brilliant at one task, but clueless. Okay, so this is great. This is all really excellent social media stuff. This is actually a practical use of this. I think one of the issues that we typically have with this stuff is it's fun to play with, but someone will be like, well, what can you practically do with it? And what you can practically do is you can actually build your brand with this. You can actually market your products with this. You can actually build a social media following by creating this stuff. So the hobby is cool, but there actually is a practical side to it. And so we are going to look at this one. Game Stepper saying he liked that last one. He liked the chick. Man after my own heart. Beautiful redhead is always going to win the day for me. A machine that can learn any skill just like us.
Oh, whoops. Where did we go?
Imagine AGI solving climate change, curing diseases, or inventing limitless energy. But also imagine it weaponized, guiding drones or engineering viruses. The stakes are unimaginable. AI.
All right, so there you go. So fun stuff. So that's going to be our flagship project for the day. Go ahead, look in the description tutorial, the description of this video here. You'll find the apps we're going to use. Okay, you'll find a description of the project. Okay, like I said, on Wednesday, if you're a FarmHam member, you're going to be able to key on into the live question and answer. Okay, that's only for FarmHam members. Okay, so if you want to be part of this project on a weekly basis, you want to have access to Ask Us Stuff, you're going to have to do that, and that we'll be releasing a link on Wednesday solely for FarmHands that can join in on that. I will be here. I'll be wearing bells. Yo, we're going to make it a party. Okay, and we'll get through this. Like I said, on Saturday, you can release your finished products in there, and you'll get honored as the chosen one. come Monday when we review everything that happened on that. So, all right, I think we're going to end her there. Game Stepper, thanks for stepping in, man. Good to see you. Always happy to have you. He says that he was a new member, a new subscriber to the channel. So I'm always happy to see you, man. You should come on over to the Discord and come say hi to us. Tell us that you're Game Stepper and just hang out. You know, Discord, sometimes it's hopping. Sometimes it's like, I'm like, oh my God, there's too many people. And then other times it's dead. And I'm like, going, why did I bother when there was so many people? Why did I dislike? So, you know, the grass is always greener. So, in other words, sometimes it's hopping, sometimes it's slow, but come and help make it hop, man, because it's a good place to be. So, okay, there you have it, our week in review. Last week we looked at Kokoro, and we looked at MK Link as well. So, way to keep our models kind of organized. This week we're going to look at Sonic, and we're going to look at this app. What was it called again? It's called Mobius. Okay, and you can use those in your project. You don't have to create what I created. Be creative, and I'll tell you what, the most creative one that you can do is going to be the one that's going to get shown in the weekly thing. So you guys hang in there. Appreciate you as always, and you know, as normal, you guys stay good, and we will catch you on the other side. Yo.